Stop complaining about your coffee. Unless you've survived 2 sinking liners or had your life's work stolen, you're fine. Meet 20 people who were cosmic magnets for misfortune, from the man who survived a nuclear blast only to be told he was late, to the inventor trapped by his own office safe. The universe chose its favorite punching bags, and their stories will make you feel much better about your life. 1. Tsutomu Yamaguchi. Tsutomu Yamaguchi redefined wrong place, wrong time. A marine engineer on business in Hiroshima, he survived the first atomic blast on August 6, 1945. Despite severe burns, he returned home to recover in Nagasaki. On August 9th, while describing the Hiroshima explosion to his skeptical boss, the second bomb detonated. Yamaguchi survived both nuclear attacks and lived to 93, outlasting the impossible twice in 3 days. 2. Violet Jessup. Violet Jessup, Miss Unsinkable, was a maritime magnet for disaster. A nurse and stewardess, she survived 3 major shipwrecks. In 1911, she was aboard the Olympic during a violent collision. Undeterred, she joined the Titanic's ill-fated maiden voyage in 1912, escaping via lifeboat. By 1916, she was serving on the Britannic when it struck a mine. Despite a fractured skull during the sinking, Jessup survived yet again, outlasting the Atlantic's worst. 3. Roy Sullivan. Roy Sullivan was a walking lightning rod. Between 1942 and 1977, this Virginia park ranger was struck by lightning an impossible 7 times. Nature's vendetta followed him into his truck, his front yard, and even a ranger station. He survived 100 million volts repeatedly, losing eyebrows and toenails, and eventually carried a water bucket for his frequently ignited hair. Sullivan proved that some people are simply too stubborn for the sky to handle. 4. Costas Mitsotakis. In 2011, the struggling Spanish village of Sodeto pooled money for the El Gordo lottery. Every household chipped in, except for Costas, a Greek filmmaker living on the outskirts. The ticket sellers simply forgot to knock on his door. When the numbers hit, the village shared a $740 million jackpot. Every single neighbor became an overnight millionaire, while Costas was left fixing his leaky roof, victim of a single missed knock. 5. Frane Selak. Frane Selak redefined extreme luck. Between 1962 and 1996, the Croatian teacher survived a train derailment into a freezing river, being sucked out of a crashing plane into a haystack, a bus plunge, and multiple car explosions. After decades of surviving the impossible, Frane finally won a $1 million lottery in 2003. He eventually gave the wealth away, perhaps hoping the universe would finally stop trying to kill him. 6. Walter Summerford. Major Walter Summerford couldn't escape the sky's vendetta. Between 1918 and 1930, the British officer was struck by lightning 3 separate times, leaving him paralyzed each time. He died shortly after the final strike, but the universe wasn't finished. 4 years after his burial, a lightning bolt struck his cemetery, completely shattering his headstone. Even in death, Summerford remained a target for the cloud's relentless, electrified pursuit. 7. Anne Hodges. Anne Hodges made history by doing the most dangerous thing possible, taking a nap. In 1954, a meteorite crashed through her Alabama roof, bounced off a radio, and struck her hip. She remains the only human confirmed hit by a space rock. Survival was just the start. Her landlord sued for ownership of the stone. The bitter legal battle ruined her health and reputation, proving property law is deadlier than intergalactic debris. 8. Robert Todd Lincoln. Robert Todd Lincoln was a walking presidential curse. Son of the assassinated Abraham Lincoln, Robert was at his father's deathbed in 1865. In 1881, he witnessed the shooting of President James Garfield at a train station. In 1901, he was present when President William McKinley was assassinated. After 3 tragedies, Robert famously avoided executive events, fearing his presence invited disaster. He lived in the shadow of a heavy, history-altering legacy. 9. Melanie Martinez. Melanie Martinez redefined unlucky homeowner. Over 50 years, this Louisiana woman lost 5 different homes to 5 separate hurricanes, including Betsy, Juan, and Katrina. After losing her 4th house, a reality TV show provided a $20,000 kitchen makeover to help her rebuild. It didn't matter. Just weeks later, Hurricane Isaac destroyed the 5th home. Nature seemingly ignored the weather maps, simply tracking Melanie's address to deliver its next relentless strike. Eric Norrie. Eric Norrie is a living Final Destination sequel. His life story reads like a chaotic nature documentary. He has been bitten by a shark, struck by lightning, and bitten by a rattlesnake. To top it off, he was even punched by a monkey during a vacation. The mathematical odds of this specific sequence are nearly impossible, yet Norrie survived it all. He now shares his unbeatable resilience as a motivational speaker. John Line. Calamity John lived up to his nickname by surviving 16 major accidents, including being struck by lightning twice. His unluckiest streak occurred in a single day. As a child, he fell from a tree and broke his arm. Returning from the hospital with his new cast, his bus crashed, breaking the same arm again. A walking insurance claim, John became a British celebrity for simply surviving his own life. Henry Ziegland. In 1883, Henry Ziegland escaped a vengeful shooting when a bullet grazed him and lodged in a tree. The gunman, believing Henry dead, took his own life. 20 years later, Henry used dynamite to fell that same tree. The blast launched the dormant bullet directly into Henry's head, killing him instantly. The universe's ultimate long con finally finished the job 2 decades late. The Cairns-Lawrence couple. Jason and Jenny Cairns-Lawrence are the ultimate cautionary tale for travelers. In September 2001, they were in New York City during the 9/11 attacks. 4 years later, their London getaway coincided with the 7/7 bombings. Seeking safety in 2008, they traveled to Mumbai, only to be trapped during the city's major terrorist attacks. After witnessing 3 global tragedies in 1 decade, the couple likely traded their passports for staycations. Matthew Scott. Matthew Scott is the man nature forgot to kill. In 1989, he survived the devastating San Francisco earthquake. Seeking a fresh start, he moved to New York City, only to witness the 9/11 attacks in 2001. A decade later, while traveling in Japan, he was caught in the massive 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Scott has experienced more global tragedies firsthand than most, proving some people are simply born into the wrong timeline. Jane Rogers. Jane Rogers makes survival look like a full-time job. Struck by lightning twice and once dumped off a cruise ship into the open ocean, she's also survived falling down a manhole and a persistent bat attack. Jane eventually admitted to being afraid of the outdoors, and frankly, we can't blame her. When the weather and the wildlife are both out to get you, staying in bed is a valid strategy. Michael Godwin. Michael, a convicted murderer, initially cheated fate when his death sentence was overturned to life in prison. Years later, while sitting on his metal toilet, he attempted to fix his television earphones by biting into a live wire. The resulting surge traveled through his body and into the conductive seat, electrocuting him instantly. He successfully avoided the state's electric chair, only to accidentally build his own. Ronald Wayne. In 1976, Ronald Wayne was the adult co-founder of Apple, alongside Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Nervous about debt, Ronald sold his 10% stake for just $800 only 12 days after signing the partnership. Today, that share would be worth over $300 billion. He traded the wealth of a small nation for the price of a laptop, making his signature history's most expensive mistake. Bill Morgan. Bill Morgan was a truck driver who was declared clinically dead for 14 minutes after a horrific accident. He survived, waking from a coma entirely unscathed. Celebrating his recovery, he bought a scratch-off and won a $17,000 car. When a news crew asked him to reenact the win,
he scratched another ticket live on air and won a $250,000 jackpot. From dead to a quarter millionaire, Bill proved the universe pays interest. Marcus Licinius Crassus. Crassus, the richest man in Rome, was consumed by greed and ego. His obsession led to a disastrous military campaign against the Parthians, where he was captured. Knowing his lust for wealth, his captors executed him by pouring molten gold down his throat. He spent his life accumulating the world's riches, only for that very gold to literally melt him from the inside out. A poetic, brutal end to history's greediest man. Garrett Blank. 14-year-old Garrett Blank was walking to school when a pea-sized meteorite traveling at 30,000 miles per hour grazed his hand. The impact was so fast, it left a glowing trail in the air and created a massive shockwave. Garrett survived with a scar and permanent ringing in his ears. The odds are 1 in 100 million, proving that the universe can target you even on your way to math class. So, the next time you lose your keys or get a flat tire, just remember, at least you're not the guy whose tombstone got hit by lightning.
Life is tough, but compared to these 20 people, you're basically the luckiest person on the planet.